can only take photos for the first 5 minutes of this panel.
Good morning, almost to be good afternoon, Oz Comic Con Sydney. How are we going? Yeah, having a good time today? Yeah, what's your favourite thing you've seen, everyone at once? Awesome. Someone told me that we've got some Earpers in the crowd. Could you raise your voice? We've got a lot of Earpers in the crowd. That's great. Who was at yesterday's panel as well? Sweet. Well, we've got some new questions to ask up here. I'm going to make sure that you all have lots of time to ask lots of questions as well, because we have Waverley Earp and Bobo Del Rey themselves, Dominique, Provost-Chalkley and Michael Eklund coming onto the stage.
Tell that devil to take you back, take you back, take you back. I went from red to black, red to black, red to black. Sweet shot of kerosene. When I threw you back, it poisoned me. 'Cause I gave you all I got to give, and all that ain't no way to live. I told that devil to take you back. I told that devil to take you back.
Please welcome them to the stage, everyone. And Flat Cat, too.
Hey, what's up?
Hello, hello. And we've got to get some cheers for Flat Cat.
Oh, she's back.
Welcome again.
How are you guys?
Hello,
How are you
hello.
guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
And how are you guys? How's Sydney Oz Comic Con treating you?
Good.
Last
I'm having
day.
lots of deja vu.
Yeah.
It feels like we were just here yesterday. Yeah, really well. Really well. How about you?
I'm sad.
You sad it's
I'm
over?
sad because it's almost over.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to come back.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely going to
I've
have
decided.
to come back.
All good things have to come to an end, Mikey.
Do they?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
exactly
because
right.
then it opens up to more wonderful stuff that's all
Yes,
going to
then
come
they
in
can
your
start
lives.
again. Right?
Yeah, and then you can do it all over again.
You're so smart.
I know.
You take my answer and then you add on to it and make it better. I told you, she's a smart one.
So, Michael, I see that you've learnt what a Patronus is since
Oh,
yesterday.
boy. I did. I had to look it up. I had to Google it. Apparently, this Harry Potter thing's a big deal.
Yeah, it really is. It kind of took off.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Where have I been?
It's a mystery. Where have you been?
I think I live. I thought about this the other day. I think I live on set playing other people's lives more than I live my own.
You think what? Sorry?
I'll repeat that.
Sorry, yeah. I was just
I live. I think I'm on set living other people's lives in characters more than living my own life. So I'm emotionally stunted. I'm probably, intelligence of 16. or something.
No, I understand that.
I don't know whether that's
sad.
a sad thing or a great thing.
On the upside, I get to live more experiences in lives than just one.
Yeah.
Right. So I get to live out many fantasies in my work. Because I don't know. Maybe you should live your own too.
Oh, no.
Maybe I should know what a Patronus is. I thought it was a beer. You have a Patronus?
Give me a Patronus.
Give me a
bar.
Patronus, but I'll get 2 Patronuses.
All right, so we're going to have a little bit of fun up here on the stage today. I've got some frankly ridiculous questions to ask you and some
Hit us.
little thought-provoking ones as well. And I'd love to know the answers to these questions both for yourselves as real people in the real world and as your characters in the show, if that's at all possible, because sometimes it just isn't. You don't have the same opportunities as your character as you do in real life. So while I'm doing that, I would love everybody here in the crowd to think of an amazing question that you'd love the answer to and to raise your hands so that our excellent volunteers can head over to you with a microphone, and they're going to shine a little torch out there so that we know where you are. It's going to look like a little firefly buzzing around. It's lovely. And you can ask these two wonderful humans anything you want to know, within reason.
Can
Within
they ask
reason.
you questions too?
You can ask me questions. I don't think anyone here cares about my answers to questions, though. So, but
Yes,
you're more
we
than
do.
welcome for us to have a more normal, natural conversation on
Okay.
stage here. Yes, absolutely. Are you ready?
Ready.
Ready?
What's something you're obsessed with?
Chess.
Chess.
Are you?
I play a lot of chess.
Do you?
I
Fascinating.
do. I'm obsessed
you
with
good?
chess. I think I'm pretty good. Pretty good.
Fantastic.
I beat all my friends.
You have to teach me.
I'm looking for somebody I can beat.
Ooh.
Can I?
Anyone out
Have you
there?
ever played Tim?
No, Tim got into chess because of me.
No.
Yeah, and I would whoop his ass. We play on our phones, and I whoop his ass every chess match. And then he finally beat me.
Wow.
And I said, "How did you beat me?" And he's like, "I took a chess class." He started taking chess
Of course he did.
classes so that he could beat me at chess.
I didn't know chess classes existed.
Yeah, he hired like a chess master to teach him how to play chess. Now he's better than me.
Classic Tim. Have you
That's
ever
Tim.
played him with the real board and the checkers?
No, we have only played online.
Surely that would be way more fun.
Maybe this season on Winona Earp.
Fantastic. The power of kindness and the power of love.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, again,
Pretty
take my
obsessed with
answer, you
that.
just make it better.
It's the truth.
And what about
for
Bobo and Waverly?
Breaking the up curse. And
Obsessed with breaking out of the triangle,
Yep.
as usual. Every day he wakes up, how am I going to do it today?
and being a hero.
Nice.
And what?
Being a hero.
Being a hero.
Yeah. Being the light.
That's a great answer. Being the light.
Now, describe your perfect day. You wake up. What's the weather like? What do you do? Where do you
Beautiful
go?
sunny sky. Jump in the sea.
Nice.
Definitely have to start the day off with swimming. It's like my perfect wake up.
I like waking up, coming to a convention center, meeting new people called Earpers, hearing all your stories, and smiling all day long.
You made my answer.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. And then it depends on what you're feeling, right? It's not always. I don't think the perfect day. It just really depends on what you're feeling. But what about?
That was my answer.
Oh, that was your answer.
Today is a
Okay.
perfect day. I'm
Yeah,
having it right now.
fantastic.
It's happening.
Awesome. And Waverley's perfect day would be. Yeah, definitely snuggles with Nicole in the morning. Maybe a little. What? It's
okay,
Sunday.
that's okay.
Forgive me.
I don't think anybody cares about my answer. We'll just leave it at that. And keep that image in all your minds.
I can't seem to progress from there. Maybe that's it.
I think that's reasonable.
Perfect.
I think that is a pretty perfect day. Bobo.
No, nobody cares. I'm just going to leave them with that. You can't beat that.
Reading on the porch as well.
Nice.
Reading on the porch of the homestead,
Nice.
sure. And then back to bed, maybe.
Would you rather battle a robot or a dinosaur?
Dinosaur.
Why? I need to know.
Just because it would be a more interesting story to tell afterwards. That I would be like, yeah, but I met a dinosaur. You know?
That's fair.
And then hopefully I would be able to. I'm quite good with animals, so I reckon I could calm.
Oh, so you would calm the dinosaur. You
the
wouldn't fight it. The answer was, the question is, would you rather fight a robot or a dinosaur?
No, it's a
my
battle.
answer.
It's a battle.
But there's many ways to battle.
You can
Exactly.
battle with love.
You can battle with love. Wonder Woman teaches you that.
Well, that might change my answer then. I'm going to battle a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just unplug it.
Throw some water on it.
Yeah, easy. Dinosaur, they're big.
Why didn't they think of that in the Terminator?
What was that?
Why didn't they think of that in the Terminator? Just throw water.
Exactly, throw water on it.
Do you know what I used to love? Robot Wars.
Yes, they still have Robot
Did you
Wars.
ever
It's
see
still
that?
on.
Yeah, sometimes they
Still
have them
on?
at the
Still on.
conventions. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
good.
It was a British though, wasn't it? Did you get Robot Wars over here?
We get like
Yeah.
little Robot Wars at things like PAX Australia, which is a video game convention.
Very
So
cool.
people will set up a little thing with their robots. They don't have like knives on them or anything though.
They still have the TV show though,
Yeah.
where they have like saws and they flip them and
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
I thought the robots would improve over the years, but they're still the same.
Yeah.
They're still.
I wanted like a walking robot. And
You want like the Boston Dynamics one
Yeah.
that's like flipping stuff.
it's
and-
2019.
Yeah.
We should have a walking robot.
A humanoid robot.
Exactly.
battle.
An
Excellent.
android.
Excellent. What do you reckon Bobo and Waverly would rather take down? A robot or a dinosaur?
Jeez, you could have both in Winona Earp.
You
You
could.
probably have a robot dinosaur.
I think that's reasonable.
I think Waverly would go for a robot. I think so.
Both seem scary. I think
she
Boba
would,
would
but
rather
she'd be
take down.
intelligent.
I don't. Boba wouldn't even know what a robot was, for one thing. He comes from the 1800s.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's closer than we were to them.
Is it?
Oh, you're talking about robots.
robots, not
I thought you were talking about
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs. My bad. I thought you were talking about dinosaurs.
I'm gonna go with robots.
The ridiculousness of this question is revealing itself
It
as
is.
time goes on, I must admit. So, final question for me before we throw to the crowd over here. If you were to give a TED talk on any topic, what would it be?
It's usually they're very inspiring, aren't they?
Oh, look, honestly, it can just be something that you know a lot about.
Okay.
I think I would do a TED talk on the power of the Earpers
Ooh.
and how much it has taught me about community. Yeah.
I reckon that'd be great.
That's
We should
Also
make that
not
happen.
going to do that, so don't get excited.
Later today, Dominique's giving a TED talk.
I'm like, I know some people. I can get you in touch.
Boy, something I know a lot about. It could go a few ways. Anti-bullying. For me, I was bullied when I was young, so I have a very strong connection with that theme. I would like to give a TED talk on that.
That'd be great.
I
That'd be
would.
really good.
I could give one right now if you'd like. If you got 20 minutes. but
Look,
Please
we don't-
do. I'd love that.
I think it's very important, that
Yeah.
subject matter for me. So, because it can make or break you in life, and I chose to turn that bullying into a strength, and you do it through other people. You find other people like yourself, which you've already done. You're way ahead of the game, so you're doing it right now, and yeah, there's power in numbers.
Nice. Nice. What about Bobo, though? What about Bobo, though?
Bobo's different. Bobo is a bully. Bobo would give a TED talk on digging bones. How to dig bones, where to look for bones. Yeah.
And Waverly would give a TED talk on the history of the West.
That's true.
And yeah, the Earp family history. Earp family history.
I
She
forgot
knows a
in
lot about
season one you were like a history buff. Waverly knew everything about the West.
She does.
Awesome.
Dominique does not. But Waverly does.
Have there been any facts that you thought were actual facts because of what Waverly knows that you've later found out? It's like, oh, that's actually not true. It's just part of the show.
Not that's coming to my mind.
Yeah.
No, not right
Did
now.
Waverly know about Robert's fame?
No.
It'd be kind of interesting if
Yeah.
She must have known.
he was around.
Yeah, he was around. Maybe she just didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Think about that one.
Yeah, think about that one, everyone. But now it is time for all of your questions. So we've got the first one. Where is that little firefly light? Over there?
Firefly.
Hi. So, Bobo has been serving us some fabulous and fresh looks ever since season 1 with that fur coat, and moving on to an all-black ensemble. And I was wondering, next season, will we be seeing maybe some heels, a nice hat?
That
Yeah.
would be so cool.
Some heels?
Yeah. I think you can pull it off.
I'd be open to it. You never know what you're going to get with Bobo each season.
Work it, baby.
I'm up for
work
anything.
it. I can go with your dancing at your mingle.
Exactly.
Our next question is over here.
Hi. When the idea of the menstrual was introduced to you, what was your first reaction?
Thought it was the best thing I've ever read. I was like, this is so on brand. I loved it. And then when I saw the real life thing, it just made it even better. Because it's just so good. Yeah.
Was pretty
You know,
good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Next question is over here.
Hi. If you could have any actor on the show, who would you pick?
You were Supergirl yesterday. Or Superwoman or Supergirl?
Supergirl.
See, I don't know these things. Supergirl.
I think I'd say Ellen Page. Now that you've told me she's so amazing.
So I was just mesmerized by your outfit. What was the question?
Any actor.
If you could have any actor on the show,
Michael's
who would you
worked with
pick?
everyone already, so.
What was it? Name, actor, what?
If you could have any actor on the show, who would it be?
Literally anyone.
Still don't understand.
If you could have, if as a guest star,
Oh, any actor in the world could be on our show. What would it be? Okay, that's different than if you could have any actor. Very different.
that's very true. Sorry, do apologize.
What's a better question? That's all I heard.
On the show.
If I could pick.
Work alongside, Michael.
Sorry. Any actor in the world on the show that hasn't been on the show, I would pick. Sam Rockwell for a man, because I think he would be a great addition to Winona, but he'd never do it. He doesn't do TV, but a woman. Oh, what's her name? I have a huge crush on her, and I can't remember her name. I always forget her name. From I want to remember it on my own, but I can't. La La Land. Emma Stone. I love her.
I can totally see that.
I like Emma Stone. If you're watching this, Emma Stone, on Twitter, it's 555 Bobo. How about you?
I said Ellen Page
Oh, Ellen
because
Page.
you said she's amazing. But I also really like Keenan Lonsdale.
Ooh.
As a person, he's so nice and
So that's your male choice and your
stands for all the right things, and I would love him to come on the show because I think that he would be like the perfect addition to our family. So, gonna
Excellent human.
try and pitch it to him.
Yeah, I reckon do it.
I'm on it.
All right, next question is over here.
I was just wondering, on behalf of people suffering from mental illness, when you read the script for the Jolene episode, did you realize how important and special it would be?
My honest answer is no, I didn't realize how much it was going to impact everybody. It's interesting, it's really hard to remember exactly where I was at and why I didn't sort of pick up on how much of a connection it was to mental illness. But as I started playing it, funnily enough, I was doing all of the things in order to prep for it that were connected with mental illness and things that I suffer with myself, and just basically making those voices a lot louder in my own head of telling myself that I am not worthy and I'm not good enough, and using all of that stuff from my own personal life during that episode, which I think then in turn came out in the performance. And so it aligned very nicely. And then when I watched it back, then it became very, very clear how the writers had done this, obviously, as to highlight mental health issues and to support the fan base that potentially are struggling with that themselves. So it was a very powerful experience to go through, very hard, I'm not going to lie, but very important and something that I hold very close to my heart. So yeah, in the end, yeah, of course now, I'm kind of nervous when I'm going to be watching it back to get to that episode, because there was obviously a lot of things that will come up. But yeah, of course now it's very clear that what they were doing was genius, and very, very grateful that they picked my character to go through that. I think it was a really strong choice, having Waverley, you know, the person with the biggest smile, to tackle that subject. Thank you.
Our next question.
Hi. If you could give your character any words of wisdom, what would it be?
Words of wisdom?
Yeah.
If you could give words of wisdom.
To your character.
What's your character? Keep on trying.
Season 3, where we're at? Yeah? Season 3, Waverley. So she's up in the garden. I think I would say, don't worry, they're coming for you. You're stronger than you think.
Nice. Nice. Next question is over here.
Hi, this question is for Kat. Oh, just kidding. Why are you so quiet today? No, Dom, have you gained any new insights from your watching from season 1 about your character or other characters?
Insights in what sense?
Like new insights you didn't think of when you were playing the character, but now that you're watching it, you've gained new knowledge.
I'm getting just a lot more stuff from watching it back that I didn't pick up on the first time, just like all sorts of complexities. Ooh, there was something last night. When Willa, I mean, they're clever. When Willa comes back and she's talking with Mel, and I think they're shooting for the first time when she puts the gun up. That wasn't yesterday, was it? I watched that. Anyway, she says, she's talking about the curse and everything, and Willa says, "Are there any angels?" Like straight away, early, and I was like, oh, did they know already that Waverley was going to be half angel and that storyline was going to come out? There's just lots of little things
dropping
like that.
Little Easter eggs throughout the whole season.
I think they were. Either that or it was a coincidence, which would be a very surprising coincidence. But little things like that I would never have picked up on. I wouldn't have been like, oh, she said angel, therefore we're going to have an angel on the show, or that storyline's going to come out. But I was saying at my meet and greet how it's really, really interesting and really important, I think. I'm so glad I'm rewatching it. It was the best decision ever. Because I'm rewatching and seeing Waverley and the three sisters' dynamics between like the family dynamics that come out. And I think that they did it so well on the show when Willa comes back, and how that makes Waverley feel, and obviously that that Wynonna and Willa were very close when they were growing up, and all of that dynamic between the three sisters is just so well done, so incredible. So I'm really glad that I'm rewatching that so that I can remind myself of Waverley's history and what she's been through, and also Wynonna and Willa, and that we very much had an older sister in the three. Sometimes it's easy to forget, which is not good. So it's nice to rewatch it, definitely, for that.
Next question is over here.
I was just wondering if either of you could attempt to do an Australian accent.
I've tried many times. For me, yours is great.
I would love. This is what happens. I haven't actually heard Mikey do one.
Because
yet.
I can't do one.
Right, okay. Can somebody with an Australian accent say something and then we'll try and copy it?
Good day.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate. How's it going?
To be fair, I don't know if I can do an Australian accent or if it's just like really shit. It's hard to tell.
That's good. That's good. You, on the other hand.
No. Horrible.
To be fair,
Need some
I
work.
have a head start because my dad travelled all across Australia when he was like 18. From 18, he hitchhiked all the way across Australia when he was like, 18 to 20 something. And worked out in the bush. And so he always used to do Australian accents all the time when I was growing up. He used to do all types of accents all the time. He'd just play like characters and do silly things. And so, it's bloody beauty. Fucking bloody beauty, that is. And so there would be, I would obviously pick it up when I was younger. I think maybe I get a head start.
Next question is over here.
Hi, Neeks.
Hi. This is a question for both of you. What is one thing that you haven't done yet that you would really like to do? So it could be like learning a new skill, traveling to a place, something like that.
One thing that we haven't done.
I would like to learn another language. Definitely. You mean before I die? Like,
Preferably.
I think that's how it works.
I think I meant me rather than Waverley. Yeah, okay, great. I definitely want to learn a new language. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I think it might be sign language. Oh, thanks. So I think that's always been something that's really spoken to me, and maybe that'll be my answer. Yeah.
Learn to dance.
Yeah, baby.
Got dancing on my mind lately.
Yeah. It's so good for the soul.
Right?
Dancing is like the best
I'm
medicine.
starting to embrace my youth.
Yay. So wearing colour more, we were
Right.
discussing.
I'd wear black every day since I was like 16, and then just like this last year, I decided I'm gonna wear color, and I realized it made me happier, and I'm just filled with color. Too much color sometimes, but so I'd like to learn how to dance, and I want to see the pyramids. Yeah, I'd be very disappointed if I didn't see. I'm really into conspiracies and stuff, so all that stuff really fascinates me, and the wonders of the world. I want to figure them out. So, but dancing first.
Don't they change?
So then I can
all the
dance
time?
at the pyramids.
Our next question is right here.
Hi guys. Hello. So my question would be, if you could choose only one word to describe life in general, what would it be and why?
I have an answer for that one.
Me too. But
You do? Go.
Everyone's going to know what it is already, but you go.
What's yours?
Love.
I can't beat that. Of course it's love.
But life and love are the same thing, I think.
No.
Well, I mean, okay, no.
No, there's life without love.
Yeah, but love comes in so many different forms. I'm not talking about like romantic love. I'm talking about the universe. Love
True.
in the universe sense.
It's a good word.
Yeah, but you go.
Mine's retrospect. I've thought about this because how it represents life for me is you don't really understand anything until you look backwards, and you look back on yesterday or last week or last year, or only when you look in retrospect you really understand what you learned and what direction you're going in. But it's only when you look backwards, because you can't see the future, but you can always look backwards, and that's where you really learn your lessons, I think. So my favorite word is retrospect.
Interesting.
Nice. Next question is right here.
Kia ora. So just along the lines of the accents, do you think that you can pull off a Kiwi accent?
A Kiwi accent.
Kiwi accent.
So this is the part where it gets confusing to me. What are the main differences?
So
New Zealand's better.
So where we would say fish and chips, in New Zealand they'd say fosh and chops.
Fosh and chops?
So I'll say stuff in Australian, and you say stuff in New Zealand. All right? Can someone bring a microphone back around to here? This is going to be funny though. Thongs.
Jandals. Yeah.
What?
Esky.
Chili bin.
Okay, so it's a different language.
A better language. Come on now.
Netflix.
Can you just
Chill.
No, it's serious now. So like I'd say Netflix.
Like say a whole sentence.
Okay. I'm going down to the shops.
I'm going to the shop.
All right. So something with more ease.
And I'm going to the dairy.
I'm going to the dairy.
Yeah.
Number 6.
6.
Yeah. I'm going to the dairy to get 6 bottles of milk.
I'm going to the dairy to get 6 bottles of milk.
No, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Someone
Sure.
pick a sentence that's going to show a lot of. Why don't you say something, then I'll say it in Aussie.
Okay. I don't know. How's it, my bro?
What?
Bless you, you're being put on the spot. This is the worst thing ever. Okay, so I don't think I can do a New Zealand accent is the answer to your question. Can you?
No.
I would really like to go to New Zealand though, so maybe I'll be able to figure it out. once
I know
go
one.
there.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings?
I think it's just with a question mark. Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings?
The All Blacks.
All Blacks sounds the same in Aussie as well. How is it that it's so obvious to all of us until we have to point it out, the differences between these accents?
That's what I mean. It's
like the I's in Australia are U's in New Zealand.
So I got one. Beached as, bro?
Okay.
Yeah.
Beached as bro.
beached as bro.
Is more.
What does that
Beached
mean?
as, bro.
Beached as bro.
Beached. Dude.
Beaches, bro.
No, we're failing at this.
bro.
You're English. I'm Canadian. You're Australian.
But I get told that sometimes my Australian accent goes into a New Zealand accent.
There you
so,
go.
and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong for it to be that. So I need to. Some
We
lessons.
can't even work it out at this point, so we don't blame you at all.
Yeah.
You just got to be beaches, bro.
Beached as bro. It's the same like mouth shape. Though,
Yeah,
no?
yeah. It's the
No.
same kind of level of relaxed. I think
Right.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
We're just very chill people.
Apparently, Ed Sheeran has a really good Australian accent, like
Ah.
perfect.
Interesting. I'll have to ask him.
Yeah. Maybe it's also easier for British people
Yeah, it is.
to do an Australian accent than it is for American mouths because it makes a lot of sense because of the mouth shape of how we speak.
Exactly.
Naturally.
We have time for 2 more questions because
more
we've just wasted a
questions.
whole
Two
lot
more.
trying to make this accent thing work. So where's our second last question at?
Way over there.
Over here.
Hi. I was just wondering if you know any Aussie slang terms.
Back to the accent.
Was I was supposed to research? I mean, I was supposed to revise for this. Is this the revision moment?
Yeah. There's actually a cheat sheet up in the green room with all Aussie slang terms on
Jeez, I
it.
did not
Aussie
do my
slang
homework.
terms.
I got some little cards where I
Dinga
was
donga
supposed
danga.
to.
Dinga donga danga.
I don't know that one.
What did you say?
Dinga donga danga. That's a Canadian when we're making fun of Australians. We say dinga donga danga.
Oh, really?
I'm like, this is not.
Oh, I know.
We're pretty good at making words that aren't words, but that was definitely not words.
Dinga donga danga. Arvo.
Yep.
What are we doing this Arvo?
Yeah. Yeah. Going to the servo.
Going to the servo.
Do you know what the servo is? Service station.
Okay.
Like a petrol station. To get Macca's.
To get Macca's.
Macca's is McDonald's.
I'm not going to go get Macca's, but
We've actually got signs at our McDonald's that just say Macca's. They've given up.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottle-O is
Bottle-O.
like
There's
the
lots
liquor
of
store.
O's, eh?
So you guys add O's on everything.
Yeah. So you'd be Miko.
Miko.
Yeah.
Damo.
Domo. Yeah, that'd work. We've got one last question.
Winona Earpo.
Hi. I know it's been a while since you've done the role, but how did you prepare for your role in the seasoning house?
My God. This is a dark question to end on. No, it's absolutely fine. I did a lot of research on heroin and the effects of heroin, what that looked like. It was very, very challenging. And of course, just around the subject matter of trafficking, and try to understand as much as I could on that, and then hope that on the day it would all come together. But yeah, it was very hard, and I was also very young. I felt very young, so it was very early on in the career. But yeah, it's a very long time ago, but it was a good experience. Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you all very much for your fantastic questions. And thank you, Michael and Dom, for coming on and answering all of them.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having
Enjoy your
us.
last day at the convention.
Yeah,
Enjoy the
thank you
rest
so
of
much,
Comic-Con,
everyone.
Have a great day.
See you later.